The following is a presentation of LAKETV Sports. This LAKETV Sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on LAKETV, Corolla Picks. And now your LAKETV pregame show powered by Como Connect. Here's William Holtz and Dave Glendenning.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to LAKETV's Game of the Week. We've got the Osage Indians during their annual homecoming night, and they've got the very tough Versailles Tigers. Dave Glendenning, William Holtz, and Dave, what a night of football it should be.
Yeah, homecoming night. Osage. What more do I need to say?
That's right. Osage comes in. Losers of 3 in a row. They carry a mark of 2-4 on the season, and they are hungry to get back off the snide at 2-4. And the Versailles Tigers, they come in at 3-3, playing very good football and dangerous all over the field. This is your pregame show powered by Como Connect. Dave and I are going to be back. We'll talk with both head coaches. We'll spotlight one player from each team that we think is going to be a big impact player. That and much more when we come back after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Make your fantasy a reality this season at Big Surf Water Park. Rocket yourself down Zambezi Falls. Enjoy a relaxing ride down the Lazy River. Or grab a tube and head down our Whitewater Rapids. You're sure to find fun for the whole family this summer right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a vacation within a vacation. Big Surf.
Get your tickets now at BigSurfWaterPark.com.
My father, Eris Pardalis, grew up in Greece. When he arrived here 50 years ago, he brought with him a taste of his childhood, a delicacy he would introduce to Missouri that brought joy to the taste buds of America. Pizza. Pizza so perfect, it could only have the Eris name. Eris's Pizza. We've been building communities around delicious food since 1961 and making friends for life.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
Welcome back to tonight's pregame show powered by Como Connect. Dave Glendenning. I'm William Holtz. And Dave, talk about Versailles Tigers, Osage Indians football. It's a big Tri-County Conference matchup, and really, Versailles probably comes in as tonight's favorite.
Yeah, for once in a very long time, they definitely are tonight, especially with the skid that the Osage Indians are on right now.
Yeah, 3 losses in a row. You know, we had their opener here in week 1 against Fulton, and they got off to a good start. 1-0, Dalton DePay all over the field, had a big game. We're like, man, Osage is going to be rolling, but they're losers of 4 of their last 5, including 3 in a row, and they've got aspirations to get back off the snide tonight.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy. Versailles is an up-and-coming team, kind of like what you said, and they've been exciting to watch. You know, every single game we've had of them this year, it's been exciting. Their quarterback Kobe is really, really, really good with the ball, and that's going to be the key to one of the many keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, and the Versailles Tigers, one of the biggest wins in school history earlier this year. They beat a Southern Boone team that's ranked in the top 10 in the state of Missouri, and Southern Boone's yet to lose again. So Versailles, like we said, comes in at 3-3 under the direction of head coach Brock Silvers. And Coach Silvers has got this Versailles program headed in the right direction at 3-3. They got an opportunity to move up in those Tri-County Conference standings, and I had an opportunity to chat with Coach Silvers earlier tonight.
Now joined by Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. Coach, 3-3, big Tri-County Conference matchup tonight at Osage. How you feel going into this one?
No, I'm nervous. It's a great program. They do great things over here, and they got plenty of kids, and I know Coach Johnson works his tail off, so I know our record's a little better right now, but I don't know who's a better team yet, and we're about to find out.
All right, so you look at the season, you could break it down into thirds, you could break it down into fourths. Through 2/3 of the season, regular season, you're 3-3. How do you feel about your team going to the last third?
Oh, the last third's going to be interesting. I mean, we got a great team in Osage, Eldon, and Hallsville, which are all games that we feel like we can win, but it's also games that we can lose in. You know, I don't think there's a gimme on the schedule. This is the meat of the schedule, and we're probably somewhere between the 3 to 7 range in our conference. That's going to be all sorted out here, and head-to-head, that's what's going to be amazing about it.
You guys have arguably the very best athlete in the Tri-County Conference in quarterback Kobe Williams. How do you feel he matches up against this Osage defense?
You know, I'm sure they're game planning to try to slow him down. Everybody has, and teams that have had success doing it have beat us, you know, and Boonville had some athletes that can match up, and it's not about Kobe as much as his offensive line, because if we're not giving him time, and if those guys play well, we'll win, the offensive line. If we don't, we probably won't win, and Quinn and those guys up front, I call him out because he's a leader of the center. If we do a great job, Kobe can do some great things for us. Not that Kobe's not a great athlete, but you can't do it by yourself. You know, it's not per se like a basketball game where one-on-one you can do a lot. It's an 11-man sport, and that's what I love about it.
Coach, good luck tonight. If you get a W, we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, sir. That's Versailles head coach Brock Silvers.
So tonight we talked about Versailles Tigers. You heard their head coach, Brock Silvers. He's got lots of reasons to be excited, and none more than his starting quarterback, Kobe Williams, comes in as one of the most exciting players in the Tri-County Conference, and he comes in as tonight's Chevy's Pizzeria Spotlight Player of the Game. And you'll see why in just a moment, because this kid's numbers jump out at you when you look at it. He comes in 900 passing yards with 8 touchdowns. He leads the Tigers in rushing with 510 rushing yards, another 9 scores on the ground. And you look at him defensively, 22 tackles, 2 INTs, a forced fumble and a fumble recovery, and he also does the punting duties for the Versailles Tigers. So Kobe Williams, I talked earlier with Coach Devin Johnson. I said, how do you contain him? He goes, well, you don't really stop him. You just hope to limit the damage he brings to the table. And he's got a handful of weapons. One being first and foremost, Wyatt Espinosa, wide receiver, comes in with 6 touchdown grabs on the year, the leading target for Kobe Williams. And Wyatt Espinosa, Dave, I wanted to tell you, typically wearing jersey number 3. Well, tonight he's going to be wearing number 89 because he actually left his jersey back in Versailles. So we'll make note of jersey number 89 is Wyatt Espinosa. But Versailles, they do it all because their defense is so sound. They're led, of course, by Michael Trotter, the 2-time all-conference, all-district player. He was all-state a season ago. And, Dave, we've seen these Versailles Tigers a couple of times so far. And, boy, Michael Trotter is impressive.
Yeah, he swarms on defense. He's around the ball almost every time the opposing team has it. He's always there by the ball. He's got his nose in there, and we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight like we have in previous broadcasts.
So we've talked about the Versailles Tigers. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about an Osage Indians team trying to find their identity. 2-4 on the season. As we said, losers of 3 in a row, 4 of their last 5, and they've got their work cut out for them if they're going to get back into the win column against a tough Versailles Tigers team. We'll talk about them after this.
When it comes to your finances and taxes, Tax Pros and More is the choice for you. We offer year-round accounting and tax services. We have 4 convenient locations to serve you, whether you're a small business, mid-sized corporation, or an individual. We specialize in QuickBooks and payroll. We also offer a new business setup, and if you need it, IRS representation. We're veteran-owned and operated. Tax Pros and More. It's the choice for you.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Welcome to Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard. Order from a full menu including our tasty brick oven pizza. Shawnee Bluff Winery has an amazing assortment of local made wines by the glass or bottle, and live music to enjoy them by. We even have quaint lakeside rooms to easily turn your visit into a vacation. Just 7 scenic miles down Route 54, look for Missouri's largest wine bottle, marking the entrance to Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, where you can relax among the grapevines and enjoy the beautiful view. The vineyard offers a beautiful setting for our live concerts all summer long, from names like Clint Black, Charlie Daniels, 38 Special, and many more. When it comes to events, Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard has you covered. Our event coordinator is there to help you every step of the way. The winery has options for small gatherings up to 30 indoors or groups under the tent with a 14-mile panoramic view of the lake. Our 50-acre vineyard is home to our 5,000-square-foot facility that can handle up to 300 guests and all the amenities you might need for your big day or event. So whether you're looking for some great wine and food or views and celebrations, the winery and vineyard at Shawnee Bluff has everything you need to make your getaway unforgettable.
Chances Are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back! And we're back. Dave, so we've already talked about the visiting Versailles Tigers. Well, then you got the hometown Osage Indians under the direction of Devin Johnson. And at 2-4, you know, this is a new year for Coach Johnson's squad. They have never lost to Versailles Tigers under the direction of Devin Johnson. As a matter of fact, over the last 7 seasons, Osage is 7-0, and they've outscored the Tigers by a average score of 49-8. So they've dominated this Versailles program here in recent memory. And Coach Johnson, I had a chance to talk with him earlier tonight.
Joined by Osage head coach Devin Johnson. Coach, not many more nights are more fun for your team than homecoming. Coming in at 2-4, talk about tonight's matchup.
Yeah, you know, it's all about perspective and how you take it. For me, homecoming is about alumni coming back and seeing the product on the field. And for us, for our guys, our focus is that we want to make sure we're taking care of what we need to take care of on the football field, but we want our guys to enjoy the experience. We want our guys to have fun with their high school life. So, you know, it's great to see. What I enjoy more and more than anything is seeing all the old players come back, and it's great to see them and what they're doing in life. And so it's just kind of an overall good experience for the community.
Even though it's homecoming, huge business to take care of tonight in the field. You know, the saying is, we are better than our record, but you guys at 2-4, I think that's very true for your team.
Well, we haven't had many things go our way, and we get banged up in a few places, and it's high school football. So we feel like we're close to getting momentum. We're close to turning the corner. When we do, we can be a scary football team. But Versailles is much improved. They're a good team. Coach Silver's done a tremendous job. So we just need to come out and play a consistent 48 minutes. I don't think we've done that yet.
You're about to face one of the best athletes in the Tri-County Conference this season, Kobe Williams. How do you guys stop him?
Well, you don't really stop him a ton. You just hope to limit what he can do. And one way is to limit his touches. If we can get things going offensively, that might be our best defense. But we need to keep him in the pocket because he's really dangerous when he escapes the pocket. He's just as good with his feet as he is with his hands. So we're just going to do everything we can to cover downfield and make sure we contain him.
I ask you each week, Coach, but this week against the Versailles Tigers, what's one key for you guys to get back with a W?
I really think the time, possession, and controlling the football will be a big key for us. We can't turn it over. We got to make sure we chew some clock.
Coach, thanks for your time. If you get a W, we'll see you after the game. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
That's Osage head coach Devin Johnson.
So as you see the captains meeting at midfield, as you just heard from Osage head coach Devin Johnson, and one thing he talked about, we got to win the time of possession battle, because that's another thing that Versailles does very well. Long time consuming drives that eat up a lot of clock. As a matter of fact, against Southern Boone earlier this season, they had a drive late in the game from the third to the fourth quarter. They ate up over 9 minutes and really handcuffed Southern Boone. So you bet your sweet tush, Devin Johnson wants to control the time of possession tonight, because Versailles has done that so well, and that's why they're sitting 3-3. Of course, we talked about Coach Devin Johnson's team at 2-4, and the reason they've been able to win a couple of games, it runs through their quarterback. Dalton DePay, the senior, comes in having an outstanding season, and that's why he's tonight's Spotlight Player of the Game, presented by Chevy's Pizzeria. And when you look at his numbers, he does it all for this team. He's got 375 yards passing, 3 scores, 373 yards rushing. He leads the team in rushing with 3 scores. And on top of that, Dave, he leads the team with 66 tackles. He's got 2 picks. We saw both of those in the game earlier this year. He's forced a couple of fumbles. He's even recovered a fumble. And we saw a lot of that damage in the opener. But Dalton DePay does it all. And if Osage is going to beat this Versailles team, Dalton's going to have a big performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's their one-man wrecking crew. He does it all for him. So if he is not on his game, he's not playing the top of his ability tonight, Osage is going to have a long night. But it really rests on DuPay's shoulders as far as this team's going to go, because they've been kind of struggling, I think, for their identity, through the season, through this losing streak. And perhaps tonight they'll get the ball rolling and find their identity and come out with the W tonight against Versailles.
Yeah, the stage has been set for Osage. It's your annual homecoming matchup. You had the parade earlier today. We've got the homecoming coronation ceremony tonight. We'll have that live for you during our Kwik Car halftime show. Thanks to our friends at Big Surf bringing you that. And that's going to conclude tonight's pregame show, powered by Como Connect. And as you can see, Versailles wins the toss. They defer to the second half, and we are set for kickoff just like that, Dave. So as we wrap up the pregame show powered by Como Connect, I wanted to say this is the most impressive Osage crowd we've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, they're definitely packing them in tonight.
So Osage gonna receive the kickoff, high end over end kick, fielded at about the 15. And some running room for Osage all the way across the 41-yard line as Jack Dooley, with the return, the junior, an impressive one there at Osage. Good starting field position. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Dave, one thing I want you to watch here is Versailles defensively at the defensive line. I want to see here the battle in the trenches tonight. Defensively, Versailles has done a great job of pushing the line back into the backfield all season long, and so they're going to be putting some pressure on one Dalton DePay. Clean pocket this time. They're taking a shot to start. That one's batted into the air as quarterback Dalton DePay was looking for on the far sideline. Looks to be number 89 on the play, Garrett Sutherland, the senior. Then he was unable to come up with it. It was Colby Boykert with the coverage, and really nice defensive play by Colby. So 2nd and 10 now. DePay the inside give to the up man, and he's bottled up after a gain of about 2 or 3, and that's going to bring up 3rd down now for Osage.
Yeah, and you were talking about the defensive line for the Tigers, that they kind of help open up Trotter to get loose and make some plays.
Yeah, and you heard his name, Trenton Owsley, with the stop for Versailles. He's really the anchor on both sides of the line. So here's Dooley now with the carry, and he's going to be upended and taken down. With the stop is quarterback Kobe Williams. Finally takes him down, going to bring up 4th and short. And at midfield, Dave, you think Osage rolls the dice?
Well, you know, it's homecoming.
4th and 1, it's short yardage situation, and it looks like Osage may be going for it here. Late off the field is Logan Havner, so on 4th and 1 now. It's going to be a direct snap, and with first down yardage for the Indians, look to be number 8, Drew Edwards, the junior. And Osage is going to get a fresh set of downs as they move inside Versailles territory.
Pretty good pickup there on 4th and 1.
Well, I like the call. Direct snap to your big runner. Drew Edwards lowers the head and a nice push up front for Osage. So with a first down, they take it to the Versailles 47, and DePay back out of the shotgun. He's going to be rolling to his right, being chased, trying to get outside and enable. Nice pursuit by Versailles, and with the stop, that's going to be Wyatt Espinosa out on the edge, and that's actually going to go for a loss of 1.
Yeah, DuPay had absolutely no intention on throwing the ball on that play. It was definitely a called run.
So on 2nd and 11 now, ball at the 48-yard line of Versailles. DePay out of the shotgun. Inside give, and not much. The stop right there by Michael Trotter after a modest gain of, we'll give him about 2 as Clark takes it down to the 46-yard line, and going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now.
Well, already so far we know that Osage isn't afraid to throw it up, so we'll see.
Going to be a read option, and no sir-ee. Versailles read it perfectly, and DePay able to gain a couple on 3rd and 9. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, Versailles defense said not this time.
And already Trotter with his 3rd tackle of this series. He's all over the place, and you look at his numbers coming in. He has 58 to lead the Tigers. Oh, that's solo. He's got 21 assists. So he comes in with a total of 78.5 tackles through 6 games. That's about 13 tackles a game. And on 4th and 6, it looks like Osage may punt this time. DePay, as we said, he'll do the punting duties. And it's going to be a delay of game against the Indians. They took their sweet time there, and they feel like the play clock never got resetted, but nonetheless, they're going to be backed up 5 yards. And DePay, he'll be punting from about his own 40-yard line.
Wow, they had a little play clock mishap during the Chiefs-Broncos game.
Oh, yeah, Wyatt Espinosa back. Good punt from DePay. Espinosa calls for a fair catch and makes it at about his 13-yard line, and he called that fair catch early. Looked like he had some room in front of him. But Versailles, we'll get our first look at their junior sensation at the quarterback position, Kobe Williams, and a lot of talk across the state. They have him as one of the most exciting players in Missouri and maybe the best quarterback in the Tri-County Conference matchup.
So, again, on second possession here, or
second possession of the game. First for Versailles, Kobe Williams lines up out of the shotgun inside his own 10-yard line. In motion, getting the carry for the Tigers. That's number 7. He takes it all the way down. Dallas Waller, his first carry. That's up to about the 19-yard line. Waller's another guy to keep an eye on. You got Espinosa, the leading wideout, but Dallas Waller, he's really made an impact in his first season playing varsity football. Big body, strong, athletic young man, and he's got about 6 yards on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 from the Versailles 19.
And one thing to watch for is Kobe Williams. When he gets out in space, that kid can run. He's really exciting with the football.
Out of the shotgun, Waller in motion again. He's going to keep it this time, and not much doing. Osage, good job reading that play. Williams has it up to about the 21. He's taken down on the play. Number 15 in there, that's Logan Havner with the stop. So Versailles now, 3rd and 3 Backed up at their own 21-yard line, and Osage, they envision getting a stop and getting it right back to their offense. But if you're Versailles, you want to keep Kobe Williams out on the field with the ball in his hands for as long as possible.
I suspect they do the same here with this play.
So Williams now, quick hitter. He's got Waller, who's close to first down yardage.
Very, very close.
Ooh, this is going to depend on the spot. I think Waller knew exactly where he had to get. It was a nice pass delivered by Williams, and without a measurement, the official calls first down. So no challenge in
NFL rules.
High school football. It's a first down, and boy, you talk about getting just enough yardage for Sales. 3rd and 3, and they got just enough to move the sticks. You got your first look at Williams throwing the football, and he delivered a strike on 3rd and 3, delivered the ball right where it needed to be in Versailles. 1st and 10 now at the 23-yard line. In motion, Williams going to roll out, throw across his body. Williams comes back. Waller comes back, and he's got it up to about the 38-yard line on the 14-yard hitter. Big-time play for Versailles.
That was a pretty play. I'll tell you what, Kobe Williams, he always impresses me every time I watch him.
Drew Edwards had the stop for the Indians, but yeah, I'll tell you, he does it all, Dave, because he can run with it, but flushing him out of the pocket's not going to do you any good defensively because he is deadly accurate, whether he's standing still or he's on the move. So 6:40 now left in the opening period of play, and Kobe Williams out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Watch Wyatt Espinosa lined up top of your screen, all by himself, single coverage. Williams steps up in the pocket. He's going to run for it. Nifty little sidestep, and he's got about 3 yards up to the 41, bring up 2nd down and 7.
Another thing to watch for Williams, when he has the ball in his hands, he makes the most precise cuts and makes defenders miss. It's probably one of the most impressive runners in the conference.
Yeah, one of the most dangerous players, and if you ask the Versailles coaching staff, they feel like he is the best overall player in the entire Tri-County Conference. And, I mean, I don't know who you'd put up there. It is hard to argue. I don't know who you'd put up there with him. Waller in motion. Once again, weird-looking play as Williams going to keep it on the ground, works his way up to the 45. 4 yards, going to bring him 3rd and short.
Easy little 4-yard gainer there.
Interesting. On the snap, it looked like a guy in motion almost took it. Very close to being a muff play, but Williams takes a snap, has good yardage. 3rd and 3 now. Tigers as they approach Osage territory. .5:18 left here in the opening period. Kobe Williams on the last 3rd and 3 got just enough to move the sticks, and we're going to have an offside here against Osage. That's going to be an automatic 1st down as Mason Etter jumped across the line.
Crucial mistake. Giving away 1st downs is not a way to start this 1st quarter here.
No, and I'll tell you, 3rd and 3. You don't want to make it any easier on Kobe Williams and this Versailles Tiger offense. So we didn't talk about Michael Trotter as a running back, but he gets the bulk of the carries from the tailback position, as well as leads this Tiger team in tackles. And Trotter gets his first carry of the night. He's inside Osage territory, down to the 45. We'll give him 4 yards, Dave, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Sutherland, that's a name we'll probably be calling a few more times tonight.
Oh, yeah, both sides of the ball. Garrett Sutherland, big-time role player for these Osage Indians. But we've yet to see Williams take a shot. It's been just modest play calling here so far. Williams with a few carries, couple of handoffs, and a couple of quick hitters. Williams 2 for 2 passing the football on this drive, but something tells me he's going to get some opportunity. Quick hitter to Trotter, takes the inside carry, and he's inside the 40-yard line. He's got 1st down yardage down to the 38-yard line. That's the 3rd 1st down by the Tigers on this opening drive for them. One, of course, coming via offsides, but Versailles moving the football efficiently here.
That was a great one-cut run by Trotter.
So Versailles now has it at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Already eating up over 4.5 minutes on this drive. Williams out of the shotgun, low snap, handled. Back shoulder, in and out of the hands he was looking for. Number 19 on the play, Peyton LaFoy. Looked like he wanted to make his move before securing the football, so that brings up 2nd down and 10.
Can't blame the quarterback for that one.
So 2nd and 10 now, 3:46 remaining on the clock here in the first quarter. And still yet to see the Tigers take any shots down the field, but they remain out of that shotgun set. Williams with Trotter in the backfield. Trotter now in motion. Williams takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. Looking out, 2 guys there. Waller's able to secure it. He's got about 5 or 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Interesting looking play there, Dave.
Great catch. And throw. I mean, it was a tricky play, but he got it right in there.
Looked like he had 2 receivers. One had to have run the wrong route because that could have been to either receiver, but 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers. They're getting closer and closer to the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Versailles 3 for 3 tonight on 3rd down. Williams out of the gun now. Quick hitter, he's going to call his own number on the read option. He's upended, but not until another Tigers 1st down. And Dave, for the 3rd time tonight already, Versailles gets just enough yardage to keep the drive alive.
I don't know, they might be measuring here, Will.
No, he's got the 1st down for sure, Dave.
Well, nope, it's gone 4th.
No way. No way. So on 4th and inches, Versailles probably going to run it up the middle.
No.
Probably spread him out and let Kobe Williams do the dirty work inside. It's 4th and short, 2:55 left in the opening period. And Versailles now 5.5 minutes eaten off the first quarter clock, and that's something Coach Devin Johnson was very worried about coming into tonight. So Williams with the carry, and he's bottled up. I think it's going to be close. No signal from the Versailles sideline, so typically you can get some kind of indication, but we'll have to wait for this one. So no gain, and Osage, the crowd gave a cheer thinking it might be a turnover on downs, but we've got a measure here. Do got to say, nice job by the Indians defensive line there to stop Williams.
Yeah, I think they had anticipated what was coming at him there and did a great job of stuffing him.
And it's 1st down for Versailles. So the 5th 1st down already on this drive. Of course, one coming on the offsides, but man, the clock continues to run. Versailles got the ball back with about 8.5 minutes, so 6 minutes already on this possession, and not done yet.
Yeah, we'll see if they try to get it to one of their weapons, especially Espinosa down here close to the red zone.
He's being double covered. Now in motion is Waller. Williams, he cuts back, but Osage, they must have watched a lot of film. Versailles loves to call that read option with a guy in motion, and not really much of a read option because more times than not, Kobe Williams is going to pull it back and take it himself. After the 3-yard gain by Williams brings up 2nd down and 7. If Versailles is able to score here, that would do wonders for them in quieting this Osage crowd. But if Osage's defense can get a stop, I think this place goes crazy.
And that's what they need.
In motion is Waller. He's going to get the carry. Good blocking up front. Waller makes a cut, and he's going to be upended and taken down at about the 23. Just a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now.
Yeah, it could have been worse. There were a few Osage defenders that over-pursued the play. But luckily, there's enough guys there to make the tackle.
So Garrett Sutherland comes up with a stop for the Indians, and Versailles so far tonight, they're 3 of 4 on 3rd down. See if they're not able to convert here, or if you're the Indians, can you get a stop? Play clock inside 10. Williams, trip wide receivers, top of your screen. Trotter in motion in the backfield with him. Williams going to roll to his right. He's going to step up. He's going to run for it, and he's not going to get it. Taken down on the play by Mason Clark, the sophomore linebacker. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers, and we're inside a minute to play here. in the fourth quarter. Versailles just outside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone, and they are faced with a 4th and 4. Dave, what do you go with here if you're Versailles?
Well, obviously, you have to put it in the hands of the quarterback, Kobe Williams. They've had success with rolling him out, pass run option. He's really dangerous on the outside.
25 seconds left here in the first quarter in motion. Oh, we're going to have a timeout. Versailles didn't like what the Osage defense showed, so we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
A timeout here on 4th and 4, and I'll tell you what, this would go a long way for the Osage confidence if they're able to stop Versailles here. 4th and 4, deep in their end are the Tigers.
3 wide to the left and one
Single
up top.
coverage on Espinosa, top of your screen. Williams now takes the snap.
He's
going to be
Espinosa.
looking for Espinosa on the little outside. Nice route. Has his man down to the 12, 10-yard gain. That's his first catch of the night for Wyatt Espinosa. And Dave, he had single coverage. He ran the in and out, and Williams put a strike right in the breadbasket. And Versailles, their 5th first down of this series already.
I have a feeling that is their money play that they go to. I mean, it's pretty hard to defend that.
So 12 seconds left here in the opening period. Versailles got it with 8:37 left on the clock. Williams rolling to his right. He's going to throw. He's got his man. It's Espinosa, and he will be taken down at the 1. So an 11-yard gain on consecutive plays. Kobe Williams finds his favorite target. That's going to conclude the first quarter of play. When we come back, Versailles will have it 1st and goal inside the Indian 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we're back. We're going to regroup on the other side of the field after switching over to the second quarter here.
Dave, I'll tell you what, Versailles sticking to the strategy of controlling the time of possession. This drive so far has taken 8 minutes, 37 seconds. I'll tell you what, Versailles controlling the tempo because it doesn't look like they're really trying to throw the ball down the field. It looks like they're trying to pick up little chunks of yardage at a time.
Yeah, but they only need a little chunk down here, Will, to get a touchdown.
So 1st and goal inside the 1. Versailles inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. This your Case IH red zone alert. And Michael Trotter into the end zone from 1 yard out. And Versailles, they strike first. It takes 8 minutes, 42 seconds off the clock, and they're up 6-0.
What the?
I'm not sure that the fireworks guy got that right. Typically when the visiting team scores, you don't see fireworks set off, but hey, maybe Versailles has an inside connection here in the Osage district.
Who knows?
That's Trotter's second touchdown rush of the season. This one puts Versailles up on Osage's annual homecoming game. Bad snap and taken down. Drew Edwards, the man there. So the score remains 6-0. Versailles out in front. Don't go anywhere. We come back. Osage gets another crack against the Versailles defense.
For tough jobs, you need even tougher equipment. Focus your energy where it's needed most with Kubota Construction. And the Kubota Skid Loader SVL95 can help you do just that. Powerful and versatile extensions allow you to alternate tasks without leaving the cab. Easily maneuver through tight spaces to get the job done. Keep moving with Kubota at Crown Power, serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
And we are back on Lake TV where the Osage Indians, they are behind already 6-0. Just like that, Versailles 8 minutes, 42 seconds, and they are controlling this one.
Yeah, not only controlling this game, they're also controlling the clock as well.
So now set to kick for Versailles. High end over end kick fielded by Havner at about the 20. No, Jack Dooley actually. Nice return up to about the 28-yard line.
On the tackle.
Michael Trotter, his fourth tackle of the night already, and Osage. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. We have some friends joining us in the booth. We have got Anna and her little pumpkin butt over here, and of course Kelly and Boston joining us as well. They're hoping the Indians get something going here on their second possession. They've got it 1st and 10 at the at their own 30-yard line with 11:50 to go. And Dave, is it just me or did that first quarter fly by?
Yeah, and like we said in the pregame, they like to, maintain ball control offense and run the clock, and that's exactly what they did on that last drive.
So DePay out of the shotgun, going to take it and roll to his right, now throwing back across this field. Overshoots his man. He was looking for Clark, the sophomore running back on the swing pass, and it looked like had he been able to convert there, Osage had something set up.
Looked like a well-designed play.
So with 11:45 left in the second, Osage wants to get something going, but Versailles defense, boy, I'll tell you what, their gap assignment has been spot on so far. And that one, I don't know, that looked like a muff play from the start. Not sure if DePay ever had it in his grasp, but Osage maintains possession, and they're facing a 3rd and 8 here with 11:30 left in the second.
Well, they just gave up a free down right there on that play.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Devin Johnson, you are absolutely kicking yourself on the sideline because you cannot afford to waste plays against this defense.
And here we go. We got 4 wide receivers out for the Indians. I see DePay throw one up here.
He gives it to Havner. Going to throw it back across to DePay. We do have a flag. DePay's able to get first down yardage, but I believe this might be coming back due to an illegal formation. I like the call, though. So it is going to be an illegal shift. That's going to back the Indians up 5 yards, and they'll face a 3rd and 14, but I like the play call.
Yeah, they're starting to mix it up for this defense and keep them guessing a little bit, make them be prepared for it.
Yeah, so on 3rd and 14 now, we're now graced by the presence of one Jake Carolla, our official photographer of live high school football and Lake TV Corolla Picks. Also got Stacy Johnson and her son, the next voice of the Osage Indians, Brady Coran. He'll be joining us here. We return from the break, but first, 3rd and 13. DePay on the read option, is going to call his own number, and nothing doing as Versailles had him, and that was close to a late hit, but Versailles able to let up, and 4th down coming for the Indians, and I think they're going to be forced to punt once again.
Yeah. That would obviously be the smart thing at this point.
Versailles defense, they are on tonight. I'll tell you what, not letting anything fool him. You've seen a couple of misdirection plays, but Versailles doing a very nice job staying home defensively.
Yeah, so far so good. They've totally contained DuPay tonight.
Speaking of DuPay, back to punt for the second time tonight. Good high kick. Espinosa again calling for the fair catch, and he'll make it at his own 36-yard line. So the last offensive possession for Versailles, they're able to eat up 8 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock, and they have it back 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. You expect to see Versailles take a shot here, Dave?
I wouldn't suspect, because they really haven't so far. I mean, there's still plenty of time here in the second quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it. They might as well.
Well, you might get the Osage Indians defense sleeping with the way they've been trying the dink and dunk style offense tonight. We talked about Wyatt Espinosa, but Dallas Waller here with a big 10-yard cushion from his defender. Williams going to call his own number. He's going to run now across the 40, taken down about the 43. He's got a positive gain of 7 yards on first down, going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, the vision by Williams is pretty impressive. He sees just a little crease, and he finds a way to sneak on through it time and time again.
That looked like a very innocent pickup, but nonetheless, it's 7 yards and puts Versailles in a very manageable 2nd and 3. Got some other exciting Tri-County Conference matchups taking place around the state tonight. We'll update you with some scores here momentarily. On 2nd and 3, Trotter gets the carry, got a hole, and he's got first down yardage before being taken down at the Versailles 48-yard line. We'll give him 5 yards and a Tiger first down.
Yep, moving the sticks, what they do best.
Boy, Coach Johnson talked about in the pregame trying to control the time of possession, but Versailles, they've been the one who has managed the clock tonight.
Here's Williams back. Hand off to Trotter. Trotter up the middle. Looks like that was enough for another Versailles first down.
Yeah, 11 yards on that one, and just like that, Versailles into Osage territory. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Dave, Osage yet to show they can do anything to stop this Versailles offense.
I think Versailles is just content to pick up, short yardage after short yardage and just keep moving the ball down the field. They're not looking for a home run at this point.
Yeah, no reason to. Don't fix it if it's not broken, and so far, Versailles' game plan is being executed to perfection. 1st and 10, it's Trotter again, and he's going to be taken down from behind. He's got it up to the 36-yard line. We'll give him 5 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 5.
And DuPay was in on the tackle for Osage.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 5, as we said. Versailles has it at the 36-yard line. They're just outside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Keep you posted as they get closer, but 8:43 left, and that clock just continues to tick. I think they're going to take a shot here, Dave. Waller in motion, but going to keep it.
Oh, DuPay.
Is Kobe Williams, and he takes a shot from DuPay, but is able to remain on his feet. He has first down yardage inside the 30, and another Tiger first down.
That was quite the quarterback collision now, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both of these guys so good offensively, both anchors on their team's defense. And DuPay, he laid a shot on Williams, but didn't seem to faze him much. 1st and 10 now, Versailles has it at the 29-yard line. Quad wide receivers to both sides of your screen. Williams drops back, clean pocket, little comeback route. He's got his man. He's got about 7 yards down to about the 22-yard line. We'll give him 7, maybe 8 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down.
He made that look easy. He got the ball, set his feet just right, and threw the ball right on the money.
Yeah, Caden Wilson, that's the first time we've called his name tonight. He has 6 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 4, and Williams, so poised in the pocket, delivers a strike. He's only had 1 incompletion tonight, and it was on a drop pass. So 2nd and 4 now. Trip wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Williams now sees Trotter go in motion. Williams takes the snap, He's going to pass, clean pocket. Now he's flushed, and he's going to be taken down from behind with a quarterback sack. It's Mason Clark. That's going to go for a loss of 2, and that's a stop the Osage defense desperately needed. Versailles now facing a 3rd and 7, and boy, that pocket was clean to start, but in no time it collapsed, and Williams had no choice but to take the sack.
Yeah, it was a great play by Osage defense, putting them on 3rd and long here.
Tell you what, lots of visitors tonight, now graced by the presence of Osage Beach City Corporal Peter Leyva here in the booth. Thank you for your service, Mr. Leyva. Thanks for coming by and saying hello. He's here tonight. Now a shot looking deep, and nice defensive play by Drew Edwards. Williams was looking for his target on the play, Braden Morrison, but it falls incomplete, and 4th and 7 now for the Tigers. Only the 2nd incomplete pass thrown tonight by Williams and Versailles. 4th and 7, and if you're Osage, here's your chance to get a stop.
I'm wondering if anyone in this room was nervous when they saw a police officer walk in.
I was a tad nervous, but that's not here nor there, okay, Dave? So 4th and 7 now. Versailles has it at the Osage 26. The Indians need a stop. Waller in motion. Williams takes the snap. Looks to his left side.
Beautiful
He's got
pass.
his man.
Wow.
And that was picture perfect. Williams delivers a strike once again. Wyatt Espinosa, his 3rd catch of the night, 2nd for a big first down. None bigger than that one.
And most importantly, he's getting plenty of time, and he's getting rid of the ball quick. So Osage hasn't been putting any pressure on him at all.
So Versailles now inside the Crown Power and Equipment. Your Case IH Red Zone alert has Versailles 1st and 10 at the Osage 16-yard line. Williams still remains out of shotgun. Trotter in the backfield with him. In motion is Waller.
Ooh,
and we're going to get...
You got a little early there.
Indeed. Dave, so once this series is completed, we're going to give you a break and welcome one Brady Karen onto the set. He is an aspiring sports broadcaster, hopes to one day be the voice of the Indians before moving on to bigger and better things. And I'll tell you, he's off to a good start, if you ask me.
He made quite the impression on me when he was up here last season. I was started to get nervous about my job.
You were worried about your job security? Brady just very nearly took it from you.
Security wasn't even a word. I was just concerned about everything.
So 1st and 15 now. Williams pump fakes, looking for a man, looking to the end zone, and just overshoots Espinosa. And I don't know how you don't call illegal contact. Both hands by the defender really altered Espinosa's ability to get his release. And otherwise, that's probably a touchdown.
Well, one way to look at it, could have possibly been an uncatchable ball. It was thrown out in the back of the end zone, but
well, I mean,
you never know.
Dropped just past the pylon, but if you have your 6'2" Wyatt Espinosa in the back of the end zone, probably fairly catchable. We'll never know, I guess.
No, sir.
So 2nd down and 15 now. Ball's back outside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone after the penalty. So an interesting set here. 3 wide receivers. Inside give. Big time run for the Tigers as they work inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. This time it's Bryson Reynolds with his first carry of the night. The junior has it down to the 7. We'll give him 13 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long one.
That was great timing for about a 13-yard run if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, if you're Coach Devin Johnson, you got Versailles backed up in a long yardage situation, and you see a big gainer like that. Gotta be frustrating for the Indians. But another chance here to keep Versailles off the scoreboard on this possession if they could get a stop. Low snap. Once again, it's Reynolds. He's got 1st down yardage inside the 5, so 1st and goal from the Tigers at the 4-yard line.
Boy, Osage, not a position they want to be in.
No, I spot one Kathy Wiesen, area director for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and she absolutely loves what she does. And I'll tell you what, not a better person for the position than Kathy Wiesen. We are fortunate to have her serving our local schools as the FCA coordinator. 1st and goal from the 4. Williams out of the gun. takes the snap. He's going to call his own number, and he gets outside and scores for his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. And with 4:52 left in the first half, Versailles extends their lead. They're now up 12-0. And boy, they're eating up a lot of clock on these two possessions.
Yeah, and Williams just kind of skipped right in for that touchdown, untouched.
Yeah, good blocking up front once again. Trent Housley, Riley Radaman, a couple of guys that really anchor this line for the Tigers. And Versailles, they are executing in every area tonight, and they're out in front. And, of course, they're going to receive the second half kickoff. So Coach Silver squad in a good position in the early going. Williams gives it to Waller, and he'll go in untouched as well. So Versailles, after the 2-point conversion, they lead 14-0, folks. When we come back, we've got Brady Karen on set. We'll be back after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
And we are back on Lake TV, where on the Osage Indians annual homecoming night, it's all Tigers out in front early, 14-0. Now I have the pleasure of being joined by my man, Brady Karen. And Brady, what's happening, man?
Nothing, man. What about you?
Just calling football, and I know you're an Osage guy, probably not loving the score at this point in time. What's Osage got to do to get back in this one?
We just need to play better defense and have a quick offense.
All right, so the kick end over end, fielded inside the 10 and muffed, but picked up, and now Osage. Whoa, what a tackle on the play for Versailles. That was Max Coleman, the sophomore, and Osage takes over 1st and 10 at the 20, and Brady, the play-by-play duties belong to you. Take it away.
4 minutes, 44 seconds left in the second.
Tigers controlling the clock so far. See if the Indians can put together a drive.
Osage with the snap, and it is a handoff. Flag on the play by Hunter Naiman, number 25.
Look like there's a flag on the play as Reynolds made the stop for the Tigers. Going to bring up 2nd down, but we'll wait to see the penalty. Ooh, that's going to be personal foul. Hitting the quarterback in the head area, so 15 yards, and that's a break Osage desperately needed at this point in time.
That was a nice penalty for Osage.
So talk about Dalton DePay, the quarterback. He also leads the team in rushing, also leads the team in tackles. Everything that happens with Osage really flows through Dalton DePay.
Dalton's an all-star. He's amazing. He's going to lead this team to some great things, hopefully. And that is going to be a handoff, Osage being taken down.
And on the stop for the Tigers, that's Quinn Randall, another anchor on this line for the Tigers, and that's a no-gainer, going to bring up 2nd down. I'd like to see Osage take a shot, Brady.
That's something that we might need, but it's a little risky knowing what has happened during the season and knowing this team. And down goes Osage once again.
Yeah, Clark with a rare carry out of the backfield, going to bring up 3rd down. And Brady, Osage needs to get a 1st down and give this defense a break, because when Versailles has gotten it, they have just eaten up a lot of clock. They've got those methodical drives, and Osage, they need a 1st down.
That's something we desperately need to do. We failed that in past games during the season, and I think that's something we need to improve going on in this game.
I mean, still in it, only 2 scores. We've still got plenty of time here in the first half. So this one's not out of reach for the Indians, but they got to get something going here.
You got to hurry, too. And that is a nice rush up the middle. Number 45, Mason Clark.
Yeah, the sophomore with back-to-back carries. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. So, Brady, is this a punt situation for Coach Johnson, or do you want to roll the dice and go for it inside your own end here?
It's 4th and 4. I'd say I'd go for it.
Yeah, I like it.
I'd go for it.
If you and I are playing Madden, 4th and anything less than 6, I'm going.
That's exactly what I did, too.
Ooh, and he may have drew Versailles offside, so that's going to be a big first down for Osage. They needed that one.
Something we need to work on.
As a result of the building, that'll be enough for another Osage.
I remember last year when you came in, you were calling the game with me, Blair Oaks and Osage. You actually got to call a big Osage touchdown. Let's hope you bring your Indians some luck here as well.
That would be amazing, and it is going to be another rush for Osage and take it down.
So we got people taking some pictures. Here's her turnaround, Brady. Let Mom get a good one. Awesome. So 2nd and 1, actually 2nd and 4 now. That was a good run by DePay. Boy, he's impressive to watch, isn't he?
He is a very, very nice quarterback. You don't see much quarterbacks leading the team in rushing and tackles on a high school team, but for Osage you do.
All right, so that time it's Mason Clark with the first down run. But Brady, you're right. It's very unusual to see a quarterback lead in passing yards and rushing yards, and you touched on it. Not only that, but he leads the team in tackles, so he does it all. All right, so 1st and 10 now, Brady.
Here we go. It's going to be another run, and he's going to be taken down at the 30.
About the 31-yard line, so we'll give them 3. Brings up 2nd down, but I'll tell you, Osage, some positive plays here. They've eaten up some clock, and their defense has gotten a chance to rest, and that could be huge, especially if the Indians can come up with some points here.
We really desperately need a touchdown, but the thing is, if we get one, will we go 2-point or just go for the PAT? If we're down this much and it's almost halftime,
Meanwhile, Neiman's taken down for a loss of about 3 or 4. Going to bring up 3rd and 9, and Osage starting to move in the wrong direction. Brady, how come Osage fans are so calm?
I actually don't know that.
Isn't that weird?
It's weird. Yeah, we're just never that excited. We're just very laid back.
All right, so 3rd and 9. Sutherland with the catch. He's got some good yardage.
First down, Osage.
That's a good one, all the way down to the 21. We're going to give him 13 yards, and you're right, Brady. That's an Indian first down. So on 3rd and long, how about that? Osage comes through with a big-time play, probably their best offensive play tonight. All right, so Osage approaching your Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Very, very close.
We're going to need to, and here we go, actually. Running up the middle once, running to the side, and nice first down again for Hunter Naiman.
Yeah, Naiman with the carry all the way down to about the 11-yard line, and now Osage in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. This is your Case IH red zone alert. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Tiger 11.
Here we go, Osage. And it is going to be timeout.
So Versailles wastes the timeout. We're going to be right back on Lake TV after this.
When it comes to your finances and taxes, Tax Pros and More is the choice for you. We offer year-round accounting and tax services. We have 4 convenient locations to serve you, whether you're a small business, mid-sized corporation, or an individual. We specialize in QuickBooks and payroll. We also offer a new business setup, and if you need it, IRS representation. We're veteran-owned and operated. Tax Pros and More. It's the choice for you.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Welcome back to Osage Indian football on Lake TV.
Yeah, and Indians have it 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Brady, take it away.
Here we go. 11-yard line for the Tigers, and it's going to be a nice run and touchdown, Osage!
It is. It's quarterback Dalton DePay, but Brady, looks like we got a flag on the field, and it's going to come back on the hold. But what a call. You called it to perfection, and we got a flag, so it's coming back. But that's the best touchdown call of the season on Lake TV. All for none. We got to do it again.
That is...
Boy, but
5 seconds left.
DePay showed his ability to hop there from about the 3 or 4 yard line. He just went airborne, showing off some athleticism.
That was a very, very nice leap for the touchdown. 35 seconds left in before halftime.
So Osage has to go all the way back to their own, or to the Versailles 20 after the hold. So 35 seconds left, and if you're Osage, you really want to get some momentum going in your direction before the half.
We're going to need to really remake that last touchdown before that flag there. That is something we need. And the pass, and touchdown, Osage!
It's Havner from 20 yards out, and a score. Atta baby. And the Indians with 30 seconds left here in the first half. Right back in it, Brady. What'd you see there on that play?
That was a very, very nice pass. Wide open catch for Logan Havner, and it is another first touchdown, Osage, 14-6.
So just an extra point away from cutting this to a 7-point game. Edwards will hold. The snap and the hold.
And it is going to be 14-7, Osage.
That's right. So Osage cuts into the Versailles lead. Versailles 14, Osage 7. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back.
Welcome back to Osage Indian football here on Lake TV. I am Brady Kerr.
I'm William Holtz alongside my man Brady, and what a time to get that touchdown. After it was negated, I thought Osage might be in deep trouble, but what an answer by DePay. He threw a strike to Havner.
Here we go, Osage on the kickoff.
Short kick, and Versailles very wisely falls on it. With 28 seconds, you think Versailles tries to push it downfield, or you think they're content with a 7-point lead at the break?
I'd say they would be content with a 7-point lead at the break. There's not much need to go for it with only 28 seconds left in the half, and I'm pretty sure, do they get ball next?
Yeah, Versailles is going to get the kickoff to start the second half, so.
There's no point of really trying anything except maybe a couple runs here or there.
Right. I agree. Probably content. I feel like the reward doesn't quite outweigh the risk in case he were to turn the ball over. But just like that, Versailles comes out empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Taking the snap. Williams.
And it's going to be a dip and dunk. And here we go.
Waller.
Down at the 40.
And it looks like there was a flag on the play, Brady. That could be an illegal shift or an illegal motion maybe against the Tigers, but we'll wait for the official's call.
Official signal is illegal block against the Tigers.
So now our question was answered. Versailles was trying to get more before the break, but after that one, I think Coach Silvers may rethink, and you may see the Tigers content with that 7-point lead.
21 left in the second.
But what an answer by the Indians that last possession. You're with us for the whole possession. They started at their own 21-yard line, marched 79 yards, and overcame a couple of penalties, and they're right back in this one on their annual homecoming game. And tell you what, even with the Indians getting back in that, Indian faithful, they're rather quiet.
We are very quiet for some reason out here, but it is a very, very nice play that was to get us only in a 7-point differential against Versailles.
So the Tigers burn one more timeout with about 1.7 seconds left, or is there 17 seconds left? We're going to stay right here on Lake TV. And don't go anywhere, folks, because after the conclusion of the first half, our Kwik Car halftime show, we've got the entire 2018 School of the Osage Homecoming Coronation Ceremony presented by Big Surf Water Park. And we'll be joined by Big Surf GM Darren Keim in the booth. We'll have that during our halftime show. And for those of you who enjoy the play-by-play services of Brady Karen, he'll be back week 9 of the regular season. The Mustangs come here to School of the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. And Brady, you're going to join us again, right?
Yes, I am. Very excited to.
Awesome, my man. So take it away. Versailles going to have it first and 19 of their own 25.
17 left in the second on the 25. 14-7. Versailles has the lead. And here we go, snap, and it's going to be a QB run up the middle, and he's got some yardage, and he's going to go flat-footed, and he is
pushed out inside the 20, and that's going to conclude our first half of play. So, Brady, appreciate you coming by and hanging out, my man. You did a great job as always. Folks, 14-7, Versailles leads Osage. We'll be back with our halftime show presented by Kwik Car after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Welcome back, folks. William Holtz here on Lake TV. This year halftime show presented by Kwik Car, and we've got a special treat for you tonight. It's going to be the School of the Osage Homecoming Coronation Ceremony presented by our friends at Big Surf. And I'm now joined by Big Surf General Manager Darren Keim. And Darren, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Well, I'll tell you, Osage was down 14-0, able to get a big-time score before the break and maybe take some momentum into the second half.
Yeah, we got a big stop there going into halftime. Hopefully carry that momentum into the second half and get going again here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what an answer from Osage, because they scored that touchdown. You got the holding call or the illegal block at the back, and it got pushed back, and kind of the wind got sucked out of this place, but what an answer.
Yep. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, the kids just keep fighting. You know, Coach Johnson's got them fired up. He's a heck of a coach, and they'll be all right.
So we're going to have our homecoming coronation ceremony, and it's time for that, of course, courtesy of you guys at Big Surf. Thanks for making this possible, my man.
Yep.
basketball team. She was a part of the two-time district championship teams, as well as a part of their soccer team. Kwik has two sisters. Taylor, a 2016 OHS graduate, Reese, a freshman. After high school, Kwik plans to attend Warrior University softball, mentoring diagnostic medical sonography. Kwik good. Final senior candidates, Carson Aaron Maywood. Carson yesterday tonight by her father, Aaron Wood. Carson is on the varsity volleyball team and is the Warrior Letterman captain. She's received all 12 honors her sophomore and junior years. Also, she's a junior basketball Letterman and the Churchill winner. Was a part of the two-time championship teams. She's a member of the H2's volleyball team in Columbia. She also a member of NHS, OH, at the LA Heat Club. Is executive director of Tribe. Carson is also a part of her CNA certification from LCTCs. Carson has one sister at Osage, elementary grade. After high school, Carson plans to attend the University and pursue a degree in nursing. Carson Moore. Tonight's flower girl is Lydia Coppin. Lydia is the daughter of Donna and Nancy. She has one brother, Lindsay, and sisters in high school, and Claire is in middle school. Lydia is in first grade class. She likes dressing and accessorizing. She loves to ride her bike with all friends. Two of her friends are innocent about and her imagination. Tonight's prize girl is 6-year-old Andrew Marks. He has a brother, He's a member of the Outreach Church. He plays soccer, swim, golf, and hike. He likes to go to adventures with his family and friends. Maybe what Phyllis Police Morning goes on.
Lydia, can you come in this way? Keep walking, a little bit further, keep coming, a little bit further. Good job, more, 5 more steps. And stop right there, now smile, so people can take your picture. You're doing so good.
Our returning Journey Queen 2017 is Lauren Gray.
Right here.
Lauren is named after Art Sheila Gray. Lauren is a freshman at the University of Minnesota. She's a pre-med major in Spanish. Lauren works doctor honors in the future. Lauren has two sisters, Natalie, her a junior at ARHS, and Daisy, her an 8th grader at OMS. Now.
Girls, get ready to scoot in. Right behind them. Okay, girls, scoot all the way in. Good man, walk in. Okay.
After much anticipation, the School of Osage 2018 Homecoming Queen is Julia Daner.
Okay, smile for pictures. We've got 10 seconds. 10, 9, smile, kids, smile. Look at the camera. 6, 5, get in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Girls, go that way to the stairs. Let's get seated. Go.
We're done there.
Oh, I don't have my daughter.
Welcome back to Barbecue Bros.
We're on.
What?
We're ready when you are.
Welcome back, folks, to your halftime show presented by Kwik Car. William Holtz, Dave Glendenning. Congratulations to tonight's homecoming queen, courtesy of Big Surf Water Park, and both your king and queen winners tonight, recipients of 2 all-day surfer passes to Big Surf for the 2019 season. So not only do they get some impressive hardware to put on top of the noggin, got a couple tickets to go to Big Surf next year.
Sweet, bring your suntan lotion, kids.
Absolutely. So thanks again to our friends at Big Surf, especially GM Darren Kahn. They partner with us this year on football, and we get to give away tickets all season long. And as a matter of fact, we've actually got our Lake TV touchdown ticket trivia giveaway presented by Big Surf.
What was that again? Say it again.
Your Lake TV touchdown trivia ticket giveaway.
Good job, man. Good
All
job.
day surfer pass. And our question this week is, when is the last time Versailles won a game right here at School of the Osage? For those of you watching, if you think you might have an answer to that, message us on Facebook right now. Monday morning, we'll take all the correct answers. We'll put those into a jar. We'll draw one name. And so that person will be the recipient of 4 all-day surfer tickets for the 2019 season. Once more, when's the last time Versailles won a game at School of the Osage? Your Lake TV touchdown ticket trivia giveaway this week. So good luck. Do you think you got the answer? Make sure you message us on Facebook. And Dave, as far as the first half, Versailles all over Osage through a quarter and a half, and they only had 2 possessions outside that last possession, but averaging almost 7 minutes of possession, eating off a lot of clock, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards at a time, and really controlling the game. They were up 14-0. You had a touchdown run by Michael Trotter. You had a touchdown run by Colby Williams, and Williams very nearly broke the last play of the first half for a score.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch. And surprisingly enough, it seems like Versailles has had a grasp control on this game all night. And they've let Osage stick around, and the score shows that right now. They're letting them stick around, and if they let them stick around too long, who knows?
Right, yeah, an interesting game so far. The pace has been slow, to say the least, as far as the quarter has flown by. Versailles just keeping it on the ground, short little passes, and we've really yet to see Colby Williams take many shots, and we thought coming into this game he was going to have some opportunity to exploit this Indian defense, but whatever the Indians are doing over the top has really forced Versailles to keep it on the ground and play short, and it's actually worked out for Versailles.
Yeah, like I said, the Versailles Tigers are just very content with just methodically working that ball down the field and running the clock. So they probably could do some more explosive plays, but they really haven't needed to yet. So maybe in the second half here, they're going to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, and you really can't say enough about the Indians. We had Brady Caron in here calling play-by-play with me, and that drive that Osage had, it looked like it was going to stall because DePay had a nice touchdown run from 12 yards out, and it was an illegal block in the back that scooted them back another 10 yards. And we're thinking, Dave, oh boy, right when Osage looked to finally catch a break and get going, they shoot themselves in the foot. But what an answer by quarterback Dalton DePay threw a strike to number 15 over the middle, and Osage only down a score, and they prevent Colby Williams from taking that long run to the house. And so although Versailles able to take a lead into the break, you get a sense that Osage may have momentum to start this second half.
Yeah, I think they do, and that's going to start off on defense. If they can really get them 3 and out, get Versailles 3 and out here, and they get the ball and make something happen, they score. Totally different ball game, partner.
That's a tall task against this Osage Indian, or against this Versailles Tiger team. You talk about trying to prevent Colby Williams from getting a first down.
What a show is going on outside, by the way. I can't.
Yeah, hopefully we've got a camera on these fireworks. This is absolutely
My
incredible
goodness.
Here at School of the Osage. I don't see a camera over there, but boy, I'll tell you what a display here. This is your Kwik Car halftime show. Dave Glendenning, William Holtz, and only a half to play here, and it's anyone's ball game. It's nice to have a one-score game at the break.
You took the words out of my mouth. It's really exciting because this second half, anything can go. Versailles can keep on moving the ball like they did the first half. Maybe Osage steps up on defense. That's why they play the game, Mr. Holtz.
Absolutely. So big Tri-County Conference matchup. We're moments away from kicking off our second half of action. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up tonight's halftime show presented by Kwik Car. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
When it comes to your finances and taxes, Tax Pros and More is the choice for you. We offer year-round accounting and tax services. We have 4 convenient locations to serve you, whether you're a small business, mid-sized corporation, or an individual. We specialize in QuickBooks and payroll. We also offer a new business setup, and if you need it, IRS representation. We're veteran-owned and operated. Tax Pros and More. It's the choice for you.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you
And welcome back, folks, to tonight's Kwik Car halftime show on Lake TV. We've got the Versailles Tigers and the Osage Indians squaring off in a big Tri-County Conference matchup. And let's take a look at the Tri-County Conference standings here, Dave. As you see right there, it's Blair Oaks out in front. They're 4-0 in the conference, 6-0 overall. Southern, Boone, and Booneville, they're right there, both 3-1 in the conference. But then look at this after Booneville. Versailles 2-2, Eldon 2-2, Hallsville 2-1-3, Osage 1-3. So a lot at stake right here. From that 3 to that 6, you've got a lot up for grabs. There is actually, that number 4 to that number 7 in the conference as you see those standings. And as we look around the area, the Eldon Mustangs off their win a week ago against California. They get Dawson Brandt back tonight, but they're playing at Booneville. That's going to be tough. Next week, they'll be at home against Versailles. We'll have that on Lake TV for your game of the week. Look at the Indians. They got a tough beating last week against Southern Boone. You see them there, second place in the conference, 40-7. And Southern Boone's still yet to lose after that Versailles beating they took this year. Really hard to figure that game because Versailles, they're having a good season, but Southern Boone has walloped everybody they've played. Of course, they'll be playing Blair Oaks here in a couple weeks, and that will be a heck of a matchup.
It's going to be a barn burner for sure. I like to watch that one.
Should be a good one indeed. And Osage, speaking of Blair Oaks, doesn't get any easier for them because, of course, tonight against Versailles, next Friday night they travel to Wardsville to play the Blair Oak Falcons, and that should not be easy.
No, it's never a fun time going against Blair Oaks.
And we talk about, the Versailles Tigers. They had a tough loss last week against Booneville, 42-14. Of course, tonight they're out in front. And next week, as we said, for our game of the week, they're going to travel to play Eldon. And Eldon tonight, of course, at Booneville. Not going to assume that Booneville is going to take that game because Eldon gets Dawson Brandt back. But Booneville's been tough all season long. The only team they've lost to is the Blair Oak Falcons. So I think most likely, I hate to say, but I think Booneville is going to take Eldon, and if that's the case, Eldon would fall to 4-3, and if Versailles wins tonight, which obviously a lot of ball left to be played, both teams would go into next week's game at 4-3 and fighting for that third and fourth spot in the conference.
I don't think you can ever count out Eldon. I mean, you don't know which team's going to show up. They've got their quarterback healthy. They seem a little out of sorts without him the last game, so you never know. Hopefully we'll be able to get a score update here after halftime.
Then you look at California in the bottom of the conference standings. Of course, tough year for Coach Michael Gregg, but we've seen some impressive signs. They're 0-6. They battled Eldon last week. That was 45-36, only a 9-point game. California put a lot of points on the board, had an opportunity to get their first win, but they're at Hullsville tonight, and then next week they travel and play Southern Boone. That's going to be a tough matchup for them. And then you look at Camdenton, not in the conference, but another coverage school. They're 5-1 on the season. Big win at Lebanon. They were down 28-7, scored the last 28 points of that game to upset Lebanon in one of the best games these two teams have played in a long time. So 5-1. This week they're at home again against Glendale. Next week they'll travel to Raleigh. That's going to wrap up your Around the Area. And tonight's halftime show presented by Kwik Car, Dave Glendinning, William Holtz. And it's time to kick off our second half. So we're ready to play some football. Thanks for being with us tonight, folks. What a night of football it is, and at a one-score game, you like that a lot more than seeing a 3 or 4 score game at the break because it's still a ball game.
If I remember correctly, didn't Osage play Blair Oaks for homecoming last year? I believe they did, and I remember thinking that they made a mistake in scheduling.
Well, it was close. I mean, that game was close until the fourth quarter when Blair Oaks pulled away, but a much different team for Osage. So good return. Here is Dallas Wallers up to the 40. He's outside across the 45 inside Osage territory all the way down to the 42-yard line. And just like that, Versailles has it in Osage territory. And Dallas Waller, what a return on that one. Wow.
Yeah, and Hunter Neiman was there to make the saving tackle for the Indians.
Waller shows off that speed. He showed off a very tough stiff arm, and Versailles, they're in business here to start the third quarter. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Osage 42-yard line, and I'm just waiting to see these Versailles Tigers take a shot. Quick hitter to Michael Trotter, who has good yardage. Takes it down to about the 33-yard line. We'll give him 9. Gonna bring up 2nd down and short.
Yeah, and they really haven't contained Trotter at all this evening. He's running with a full head of steam, and he seems to be always getting positive yardage every time he touches the ball.
All right, so here's where Versailles takes a shot. It's 2nd and 1.
This is it, folks.
3rd and 1 is very manageable. So on 2nd and 1, I think they're going to air it out here.
Yeah, this is it.
Or we're going to give it to Trotter for another one. He's got a big hole, and he fumbles the football. And I think Osage has it.
This could be big.
And they do. Osage falls on top, and it's number 13 for the Indians, Jack Dooley with the fumble recovery. Boy, we talked about Trotter running with a full head of steam. He took a shot, fumbled the football, and Osage, a big takeaway.
It appeared to me that Trotter was airborne, and I think that's when he coughed up the football.
Very uncharacteristic. The first turnover of the game tonight. Osage has it 1st and 10 at the 23. Little misdirection. It's Hunter Neiman with the carry. He's got good yardage across the 30, and a late flag comes in. Probably going to be an illegal block in the back. Really can't afford to have...
Just a standard hold.
So that's going to back the Indians up, but boy, Versailles, great kick return, couple of nice offensive plays with a 1st down, and Osage, really the only thing they could do there was get a takeaway, and they came up with one at the most opportunistic time. I'll tell you what, if they find a way to put together a drive here and score, they should have all the momentum in the world.
Yeah, for sure, especially being outplayed in the first half.
Inside give, nothing doing for the Indians. We'll give them 1 on the carry. Look like Neiman once again, so brings up 2nd down and 14. Boy, look at this crowd, Dave. They are so quiet. It is always like that here in Osage. It's just unusual. You get a big turnover like that, it's homecoming, and I don't get it. I do not get it.
I plead the 5th, sir.
Yeah, of course, you've got some connections here at school of the Osage. You got to be careful, as do I. But, I mean, I'm just surprised because this would be an opportunity for these fans to make some noise and get behind these boys You know, if you're in high school playing at your homecoming and you're playing a tough Versailles team like this, you want to hear your hometown crowd behind you.
Well, let me tell you one thing. It starts with the student section. That's all I've got to say. If they don't have a solid student section cheering on your team, everyone else will follow.
Big time student section standing, but here they go starting to make some noise. It's 3rd and 5 after an impressive gain on 2nd down in Osage.
Wait, did I just sound like Nick Saban from the other day? I think I did. If anyone got that, God bless you.
3rd and 5 now. DePay rolls out, throws, and nice play.
Did he get that?
Havner with a diving catch. Might have got some assistance from the ground, but Logan Havner, a diving catch and a big one. 1st and 10 Indians at their own 35-yard line.
With that effort, I'll give it to him 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, that's a big one. Nice throw by DePay, put in a position where only his guy could go get it, and Havner did just that. 1st down and 10 now, 9:57 left in the 3rd quarter. The give goes to Neiman. Good blocking. He's got a hole and runs over a Tiger lineman. He's got it up to the 40 on the gain of 5. 2nd down now, Osage.
Yeah, great position. 2nd and 5. Really, at this point, you can almost run any play in the playbook.
Only one receiver, top of your screen. 7 down lineman. DePay the inside. Give balls on the ground. DePay lucky or fortunate to be in the spot. He falls on it. Osage maintains possession, and actually with the fumble recovery, Mason Clark from the tailback position. Ooh, that would have been disastrous to give it right back to the Tigers.
Yeah, and the offense that they're running, Will, it seems to be in vogue. You know, this read option to 2 to 3 different runners. I mean, Eldon's running the same offense.
Neiman now balls on the turf, and the
again.
Tigers, they've got it. Dallas Waller comes up with the fumble recovery. And oh, baby, the Tigers with a big-time takeaway. And actually, I don't know who came up with the fumble, maybe Colby Boykert. It was Hunter Neiman who fumbled. He had good yardage on the carry, but the 2nd turnover in consecutive possessions in Versailles. They cough it up and take it right back.
Boy, that got a charge out of the Versailles Tigers fans that are here tonight.
Oh, they traveled well, Dave. That visiting section is packed. And of course, it's been quite a while since Versailles an opportunity to go over 500 this late in the season. These Tiger fans they know what's at stake tonight. Quick hitter on the run and a big time.
Ooh, nice
1st down
tackle.
gain, still on his feet. We're going to give him 5 or 6. Nice job swarming to the football as Bryson Reynolds takes it to the 42-yard line. We'll give him 6.
Yeah, Edwards had a nice tackle on that play.
Pick up 6, brings up a 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 for the Versailles Tigers. 2 wide receivers up top. Shotgun formation. And handoff. And Sutherland's there to greet him.
Yes, Sutherland in on the stop, along with Mason Etter, who is questionable coming into tonight's game. 3rd and 4 now for the Tigers. And Osage, over the last 3/4 of a quarter, have played very well. They've got the touchdown and the takeaway, and an opportunity now after their offense gave it back to Versailles on the fumble, has an opportunity to get a big-time stand. 3rd down and 4. Versailles has it at the Indian 42-yard line. Williams going to call his own number. Lowers his head, and he's off inside the 30, and he will go from 42 yards out. Colby Williams, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season, his 2nd of the night. And what a run. He turned on the burners, and just like that, Versailles back out in front by 14.
Yeah, he got the ball up in there and picked this hole. And once he found that hole, he was very patient. Once he found the hole, he just put the burners on and went straight for 6.
Williams well over 100 yards on the ground tonight. He had a 55-yard run right before the half. That one was good from 32 yards. And Versailles now out in front, 20-7 with 7:11 left in the third quarter.
And looking to drop 2 points on the Indians right here.
In motion is Waller. He gets the give. No, it's going to be an illegal motion. So although Williams able to go in for the 2-point conversion, it's an illegal shift on the Tigers, and they'll have to back it up and try once more.
Shift against Versailles.
Big shout out to everyone watching on our Facebook stream. Also, thanks for tuning in on Como Connect Channel 90. Do want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. We got a lot of them tonight. We'll start with,
and we really appreciate them.
We absolutely do. Of course, Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Eris's Pizza, Big Surf Water Park, Sacaleras Ford in Versailles, Tax Pros and more, Veracruz, Ozark Homes, Paint Doctors, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Chevy's Pizzeria, Crown Power and Equipment, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and Corolla Picks, and it's good. Coming back to the spot, Espinosa there for the 2-point conversion, and Versailles extends their lead. They're up 22-7, 7:11 left in the third quarter. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Veracruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Picks.
Back here on Lake TV, I've got Collins Corolla in the booth with us, along with Jake Corolla, owner and award-winning photographer here with Corolla Picks, your exclusive photographer of high school football on Lake TV, and he is the best in the business. Edwards now fields it at his own 25-yard line, and oh, what a tackle by Michael Trotter, trips him up from underneath. How impressive was that play?
Yeah, go figure, Trotter making a play on defense.
Yeah, now we've got all kinds of guests here in the booth, Dave, to start this position. Not only is Jake Corolla here, but your city corporal of Osage Beach. Once again, Pete Leyva is in the house along with Sierra, and we got Unique Soto. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's a crowded booth tonight.
And I think there's a couple people nervous, too.
Not sure who's more nervous here. So a modest gain by DePay on first down. He's got about 4 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 6. And once again, guess who on the stop?
Trotter.
Yeah, Michael Trotter. He's been all over the place. His 13th tackle of the night already brings up 2nd down and 6. And Osage really need to come up with points on this possession. Under center's DePay, lone receiver, Havner, bottom of your screen. It's Jack Dooley with the carry, and he's got about 4 yards up to about the 38-yard line. He's going to bring up 3rd and a short 1.
Yes, very, very manageable down and distance here.
And we've got an Indian, Mason Clark, shaken up, so we're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
For tough jobs, you need even tougher equipment. Focus your energy where it's needed most with Kubota Construction. And the Kubota Skid Loader SVL95 can help you do just that. Powerful and versatile extensions allow you to alternate tasks without leaving the cab. Easily maneuver through tight spaces to get the job done. Keep moving with Kubota at Crown Power, serving.
And we're back now. Quick hitter on 3rd and short. Osage has first down yardage, but there's a marker on the field, so we'll wait and see what the official calls. Collins Corolla up here helping us tonight, looking as darling as ever. Collins, you want to say anything to the people watching at home? She says no, thank you. So that's going to back Osage up. And once again, just as soon as the Indians get something going, an inopportunistic penalty, and that's going to back them up, Dave. And they really, really need to get something going here.
Yeah, especially with the amount of time left in the game, they're going to need a minimum of 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and extra points.
And we know these Tigers capable of moving the football and eating up a lot of clock. So makes it even more crucial that Osage able to score. It's the option out. Jack Dooley there, but Wyatt Espinosa. Johnny on the spot, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 9. And I say Osage, they're going to be forced to punt here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Can't really afford to give Colby Williams a short field. He's just getting heated up, it seems, here with 5:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Coach Johnson looks like he might be second-guessing his initial thought of punting the ball, and now Osage going to burn a timeout. So we're going to remain right here with you. And Dave, I know you're down 2 scores with 5:21 left in the 3rd, and Versailles is able to put together those methodical drives and eat up clock, but I think it's too much of a gamble to go for it 4th and 9 deep inside your own end.
Yeah, this only if you have faith in your defense. If you don't have faith in your defense to stop Versailles, you go for it.
I mean, the clock, Versailles is going to be able to eat up 3 to 8 minutes on every drive, so you automatically take off about 8 minutes. It's going to leave 9 left in the 4th for Osage to score, get a stop, and score again.
But it's 4th and 9. I mean, if it was 4th and 4 or in, we might be having a different discussion. But at 4th and 9, we'll just see how desperate of a move they do make here. Because really, I would punt it. It looks like that's what they're going to do. In appearance only at this point. We've seen a lot of fake punts by the Indians in the past.
Coach Silvers has his Tigers special teams unit ready for a fake. They've got no one back to take this punt. DePay gets off a good one, and we'll see how far this one rolls.
Great kick.
Very good kick.
Wow.
All the way down to the 12, so that's good for a 58-yard punt.
That worked out well. So, now they can just hold them back down in that part of the field.
And that's why you don't want to go for it there. No one was back for Versailles, and if Dalton DePay is able to get a hold of one, you really change field positions, and he did, this time to the tune of a 58-yard punt. So Versailles backed up inside their own 15-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And I'm looking for DePay to come up big with a defensive stop, turnover, something. He is their playmaker on defense.
So out of the shotgun, Colby Williams. Michael Trotter gets the carry, lowers his head, and taken down at the line of scrimmage. Drew Edwards in on the stop after a gain of about 1 or 2 from Trotter. Going to bring up 2nd down at about 7.
Edwards, he's a heck of a player. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year, but he's making the most of it this year.
Absolutely. So 2nd and 8 now. After the minimal gain, so Williams out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Trotter in motion. Gonna get the carry once again, and Osage all over him, although Trotter bounces off the first guy. Able to rumble forward for about a gain of 3 or 4. Gonna bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, they were all over him all right, but he also carried them for about 3 yards as well.
So actually able to pick up 7 yards on that one. Gonna bring up 4th down and short, or 3rd down and short now. 4:10 left in the 3rd quarter.
And again, Versailles in no hurry, taking their sweet time.
Boy, if Osage can get it stop here, it would be a punting situation.
This would be a crucial shot stop.
Oh, and right there on the spot, Trotter is waylaid in the backfield, and it's Edwards once again, or is it
In the backfield for the Indians, number 45, Mason Clark.
Clark, the injured Indian just moments ago. What a play, and Versailles going to be forced to punt. That is a loss of 4.
That's a game-changing tackle right there.
Very
partner.
well could be if Osage able to put points on the board after receiving this punt. No one back for the Indians. I'm very surprised. An obvious punt situation here for Versailles. 4th and 5. Now DePay makes his way back. Williams trying to draw the Indians offside. Play clock down to 1, and Versailles burns a timeout. So we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this. Jake, you ready? And actually, I guess we'll remain right here with you on Lake TV. And the Tigers, they call a timeout. Only going to leave them with 2 the rest of the way. Osage only 2 left. So obvious punt situation. I'm not sure if Versailles thought they might get Osage to jump off sides, give them a fresh set of downs, but nonetheless, Versailles is going to be forced to punt, and Osage should get really good field position here, Dave.
Yeah, it's going to work out. That punt executed perfectly, and it's going to pay off for them.
So Kobe Williams back to punt for the Tigers.
And more whistles.
My goodness.
More whistles, Will.
This time Osage calls a timeout, so
it's a timeout fest here.
We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
Back on Lake TV, now joined by Jake Carolla, owner and award-winning photographer with Carolla Picture, official photographer of high school football on Lake TV. Jake, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Just coming out, snapping a few photos, enjoying the night.
And on the 4th and 5, Osage sniffs out the fake, and they're going to take over 1st and 10 at the Versailles 13-yard line. Jake, you may have brought these Osage Indians some good fortune, because just like that, on the muff punt, Osage takes over at the Tiger 13-yard line, Jake.
They're definitely going to need some sort of luck or spark or something, man. They're down. There's these guys, they can't get it. It doesn't seem like anything's getting into gear tonight for their offense, but hopefully they'll be able to come back here. We'll see.
All right, so to pay now under center. The give is to Neiman. He's got a good gainer on 1st down as Osage has it inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Your Case IH red zone alert. Going to be 2nd down and 5 now for Osage at the Versailles 8-yard line. Jake, staying busy with photos, my man?
Yes, just steady. Every season brings in new, or basically the same each season, but it's just steady, and very grateful all the people out there that have hired me and trusted me in doing some photos for you guys, so I appreciate that.
And I know that it's only homecoming time, but for anyone watching or that gets to see this broadcast, it's never too early to start thinking about your senior photos. I know you specialize in senior photos, and we're going to offer some kind of discount if they call and say they saw you on Lake TV.
Yeah, and you know, actually, it's not even too late at this point. Really, the trees and everything are still kind of like where you want them, and even kind of mixing in a little bit of that fall brown in the trees. They're changing quick, but there's still, if there's anybody out there that still is thinking about getting them this year, I'm available, and I'll give you $50 off if you mention Lake TV.
And that's a heck of a deal, because you look at senior photos across the area, and you're already one of the lower cost to get that done. So $50 off your senior photos if you call Jake Carolla with Carolla Pics. And if you guys want to see some of this guy's work, go to CarollaPics.com, correct?
That's it, yes. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I try to stay up on all that stuff, but for the most part, you can find it.
So 4th and 1 from inside the 3. It's going to be a short gainer, and I think Osage has the first down, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal from inside the 2. So Osage, a chance to get right back in this one, Jake.
Let's get in there. Yeah, I'd like to see him punch it in right here. You're down there. You got the opportunity with having it down there with that field position. It'd be nice if they could just punch it in from here.
So what's your favorite part of being a photographer? I know that it wasn't your first choice of profession. It kind of happened later in life for you, but you're a household name around the lake. And after this play, we're going to give you a chance to talk about your favorite part. DePay is going to be
in?
now upended at the 1, so 2nd and goal now. So what's your favorite part of taking photos, Jake?
You know what, honestly, it sounds kind of, I guess, cliche or maybe even kind of corny, but I really like the people. I mean, I like the people that I'm dealing with. I've got a lot of loyal clients that use me continuously, and I love that part of it, the relationships. Obviously being challenged with being creative in some spaces.
And DePay over the top into the end zone, and Osage a big-time score. 13-22 with 39 seconds left. Jake, so back to you. I know you get to take photos of a lot of different events, different type of people all over the Midwest, especially the Lake area. And this year you served as the staff photographer at the Ozarks Amphitheater. That had to be a really fun gig.
It really was. I was very fortunate to have that opportunity. Mary Kay's great to work with. I think that this season turned out really good. I had a great time. I love covering things like that. And like I said, there's just always challenges to different things that I shoot, and that's one of them that I really enjoy.
So we might have a roughing the kicker call as the extra point was blocked, but the kicker got roughed up, so they'll probably get to try again. And Jake, another thing, you were here shooting photos with us tonight, and so if you guys want to see and purchase some photos from tonight's homecoming festivities for all the candidates, you want to see some photos, make sure you go on our Facebook page, Jake's Facebook page at Carolla Pics or CarollaPics.com. Make sure you get those ordered. Always make great keepsake photos from your senior homecoming night, and of course always exciting for the candidates to get dressed up, come on the field with their mom and dad. Of course you had the parade and the assembly today. Homecoming always exciting.
Yeah, I apologize in advance. I didn't really have as much time dedicated to this this night as far as football goes, so there won't be a whole lot of them, but hopefully you guys enjoy, and it'd be nice if we come back and visit again. And we got one more game here. Is that how?
Yeah. Well, in the regular season with Eldon and Osage, always a fun one.
Oh yeah, I think I'm actually going to be here for that. I'll spend a little bit more time and dedicate a little bit more photos to that. I got my little sweet pea with me tonight. She has my attention most of the time, so it's still fun though.
Collins Carolla, one of the coolest kids in the area. So we're going to take a short commercial break. Jake, thanks for joining us, my man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. That's Jake Carolla, owner and photographer of Carolla Pics, the exclusive photographer of high school football on Lake TV. We'll be right back after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
And we are back, folks, on Lake TV. Osage, after a score, they desperately needed an extra point there to try to keep it a one-score game, but on the two-point conversion attempt, Lyman got a hand on the pass from Drew Edwards. So 9-point game with 39 seconds left in the third, and that takes a very dangerous bounce. And oh, baby, one of the plays of the year for the Versailles Tigers. Number 35, Dylan Spicer, the senior, reached up with one hand and made the play. I'll tell you what, that was a big-time play.
No relation to our Bobby Spicer.
No, you hear the last name Spicer, and of course you think Bob Spicer. But
well, we do.
Dylan Spicer, man, that took an ideal bounce for the Indians, was headed back in their direction. Dylan Spicer sticks up the big paw, one-hands it, falls on, and Versailles maintains possession and holds on to the 9-point lead. Kobe Williams out of the shotgun, 38 seconds left in the third. Takes the snap, gives it to Trotter, who lowers his head, and he's going to be corralled and taken down after a gain of 3 or 4. He has it up to about the 38-yard line.
Nice little 4-yard gain on first down for Trotter.
I'll be excited to see what Jake Carolla able to come up with. He shot some photos of the football crew tonight, and I'll tell you what, I love looking at that guy's photography. So that will conclude tonight's third quarter of play, folks, with 3 in the books. Versailles clinging to a 9-point lead. They're out in front 22-13 over the Versailles Tigers. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of football on Lake TV after this.
Chances are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
If you're here once,
chances are you'll be back.
And we're back on Lake TV just in time for the Cotton Eye Joe. Sierra Glendenning in the booth. She is getting down with her bad self over here. Dave, you never told me Sierra had so many dance moves.
Well, not as many as the band here.
Yeah, look at the guys.
They are getting down.
The kiddos are getting down. Woo! The Cotton Eye Joe got
on it.
To love it. Boy, pretty awesome. So Versailles now 2nd and 5 as we start our last quarter of play. Dave, you won't be replaced again. I'm sorry. A lot of guests in and out tonight. You were.
Boy, candy apples are a thing tonight here.
So 3rd and short now. Versailles has it at their own 43-yard line, Dave. And boy, Osage fighting. Only 9-point game here, but Versailles with the ball in the lead. Williams with a first down across the 45 and a fresh set of downs for Versailles.
Now they can really milk the clock here. I mean, that's really their aim, I think, at this point in the game. They just want to keep control of the ball and keep running clock.
Yeah, Versailles got the ball with about 1:25 left in the third quarter. So we'll keep an eye and see how much clock they're able to burn on this possession. And if you're Osage, you just want to get the ball back with enough time to score and get a stop. Low snap, Trotter the handoff from Williams, and he's going to be taken down really close to the line. We'll give him 1 yard. In on the stop for Osage once again. It's Mason Etter going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
And something to note, you know, Osage only has 1 timeout left.
Yeah, good job spotting that, partner. That could prove to be big. After Versailles had taken a timeout on the extra point attempt for the Tigers, we came back, and then Osage had to burn a timeout. So that could prove costly. Yeah, only 1 timeout the rest of the way. They're down 2 scores, and they don't have the ball. 2nd and 9 now. Williams airs out, looking deep for Espinosa, and just overshoots his man. I'll tell you, Espinosa had a couple of steps, and it looked like he was going to run right under that and score, but Osage loves to see the incomplete pass. The clock stops, and that brings up 3rd down and 9.
Tell you what, Williams still threw a great ball while he was being under pressure. So we got 4 wide.
Williams across his body. He's got his man close to first down yardage on the catch. Braden Morrison, the junior, and he's going to be just about a third of a yard shy. Going to bring up fourth down and inches. And I'm sure Versailles going to go for it. And boy, this would be a big time stop if Osage could come away with a stop. But first, got to find a way to prevent Kobe Williams from rushing at 1 yard. And that's no easy task, Dave.
No, he can do it anywhere. He can go in between the tackles. He can go on the outside. But my guess is they're going to put it in the hands of their best playmaker.
So a jumbo set here, not used to seeing this. And Versailles going to burn their second timeout with 9:22 left. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Picks.
Welcome back now as Versailles, after the timeout, they have a minute to think it over on this 4th and 1 inside Osage territory. They've got it at the Indian 46-yard line, Dave, but big time play here.
Yeah, I mean, Versailles can seal if they can get this first down.
And from 46 yards out, Kobe Williams, his third rushing touchdown of the night. The offensive line for the the Tigers, they had their way with the Indian defensive line, and Versailles now up 15 with 9:15 to go, and Kobe Williams, third rushing touchdown of the night. What a play for the Tigers.
Tell you what, big credit to the offensive line. He went untouched. Will, you might have been able to run that one in.
Even with my bad ankle?
Oh, probably not with that. I forgot about that.
So the extra point attempt is up and good for Matthew Lohr, the junior, and Versailles up 16, 29-13 over the Indians during Osage's annual homecoming night from school, the Osage in Kaiser, Missouri. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Nanny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
Back here on Lake TV with 9:15 left in tonight's game. And Versailles up 16 points. And Dave, could be 2 scores if Osage able to score and convert on a 2-point conversion 2 times. But 16-point deficit against this Tiger team is a tall task with only 9:15 left.
There's going to have to be a whole lot going Osage way from here on out for them to come out with the W tonight.
All right, so Dallas Waller set to kick, and an impressive kickoff. That one bounces. And the Indians able to take it up to about the 27-yard line on the return. That's Jackson Creasy. That's the first time we've seen the sophomore. He takes it up to about the 28-yard line, and that's where Osage starts out as Michael Trotter. Another stop for the Tigers. He's got a rushing touchdown, a impressive night running the football, and of course, from the defensive side of the ball, he's been all over the field.
I mean, Versailles really has an identity. You know, they rally around Williams at quarterback and Trotter on defense.
Yeah, Versailles looking very good, and of course, we talked about it. They'll play at Eldon next week, Dave. We'll have that one right here on Lake TV, and that should be a good one.
That's going to be a good one.
Hunter Neiman with the carry on first down. He gets maybe a couple yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Riley Radaman with the stop for the Tigers, and Radaman, he is an impressive player for the Tigers on the offensive and defensive line. He's a big kid, and his presence is always felt when he's on the field. So 2nd down and 7, 8:30 left to pay the give. Mason Clark with the carry, and he's going to be taken down. This time for the Tigers, it's Radaman once again on back-to-back stops. So 3rd down now for Osage, and you would think they'd have to spread it out and try to allow DePay to make something happen throwing the football.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say that. You're not going to win this game with going one wide receiver and running the ball off tackle, being down as many points as they are.
Misdirectional play, and once again with the carry, it's Hunter Neiman, and he's got 1st down yardage up to the 39-yard line as Trotter with a stop once again. So 1st down for the Indians, and plenty of time with 8 minutes left and still a 2-score game. But I think just as equally as important for Osage as scoring the football is finding a way to prevent the Tigers from scoring. DePay with a nice run. He's got it across the 45 up to the 46 as the Versailles and Osage cheerleaders in a little battle of their own.
I think they both have spirit, Will.
Well, they're going to go until someone stops.
Oh, we got more. We got more.
I think that one fizzled out. So 2nd down and 3 now. DePay under center, runs into his own guy, rolls out, looking towards the sideline, and a nice catch on the play. I'm not sure who was there. That's number Havner. He jumped up, climbed the ladder, and able to get a foot in bounds for the 1st down. So the clock stops as they reset the sticks, and Osage has it at midfield with 7:09 left. Is that a Bills hat?
Sorry, that is a Bison.
Dang it. So 1st and 10 now to pay under center. He gives it to Mason Clark, who has it down to about the 47. He's got 3 yards, and I know there's still, 7 minutes left, but I'm surprised you haven't seen more of a sense of urgency from Osage on this possession.
Absolutely. They're still going for the dink and dunk plays here. I don't understand their game plan here. And just one wide receiver.
DePay now rolls out. Up, he's going to look for Havner. Down the sideline and falls incomplete. He overshoots him. Good coverage.
Yeah, that was great coverage by Versailles Tigers.
Espinosa and Williams combined to make sure that one falls incomplete. So on the incompletion, the clock stops at 6:36, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, all 3 Osage receivers were almost, all 3 of them were double covered out there. There was almost no chance for that play in being successful.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, you can allow the 5, 6, 7-yard gains all night long. You don't mind them picking up 1st downs, because if it takes them a long time to score, you've got a 2-score lead, and the clock now working against the Indians. So Mason Clark with the carry, trying to get outside, and he's going to be taken down on the play. That's Braden Morrison, the junior. That's going to bring up 4th down and a must-convert situation here for Devin Johnson's Indians.
And an official timeout, it seems like. Someone must be injured player, and there does seem to be a Versailles Tiger down.
Uh-oh. I don't know. Is that Kobe Williams? I don't spot number 10. No, there he is.
No.
I see Espinosa. I see Dallas Waller. I see Williams. Not sure which Tiger is on the field, but we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
For tough jobs, you need even tougher equipment. Focus your energy where it's needed most with Kubota Construction. And the Kubota Skid Loader SVL95 can help you do just that. Powerful and versatile extensions allow you to alternate tasks without leaving the cab. Easily maneuver through tight spaces to get the job done. Keep moving with Kubota at Crown Power, serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
We're back here on Lake TV as the clock continues to run. 4th and 3 now, and it's a long 3. DePay out of the shotgun. They're giving him the 1st down with soft coverage over here underneath. DePay's going to keep it, and he's got first down yardage up to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they really were just moving. That play was really just designed to move the sticks, I suppose. The clock keeps running, partner.
But still 6 minutes to go, and equally as important here is Osage, once they score, if they score, we're going to have to convert on a 2-point conversion because it's a 16-point game.
Oh, wow, man. Dallas Waller put a walloping on that guy.
Waller's had a good game tonight. Couple of big catches. He's also come up with a couple of nice tackles defensively. And Waller, man, he had a great kick return to get this game started as well. So second down and 10, 5:23 left on the clock. It's definitely working in Versailles' favor. However, Osage on the move. They've got it second and 10 at the 35. DePay with the option. He's going to be sandwiched on the play. Michael Trotter from behind. And the front side, number 35, Dylan Spicer. That's going to bring up third down and 11 after the loss of 1.
Now they're showing 3 wide receivers. This is probably the second time all game they've shown this.
Looking for Havner in the flat. He's going to be taken down in a hurry. Wyatt Espinosa knocks it incomplete. He didn't even catch the football. Or did he? I guess a 1-yard gain. But Espinosa, Johnny on the spot. Some excellent coverage. And this is fourth down and 10 and the ball game on the line.
And this Versailles Tiger team is having fun out there.
So Dalton DePay out of the shotgun. Looking for Garrett Sutherland. Airs it out.
Oh.
Sutherland goes up and unable to make the play. Wyatt Espinosa defends, and Versailles takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Wow.
Wasn't sure Espinosa ever got his head turned around to play the football. Sutherland tried to jump over and make the play. Falls incomplete. Was that pass interference?
Well, according to some of the local fans here, it sounded like they think it was.
Of course, bias comes into play there.
Just a wee bit.
I think it was a close play. Honestly, could have gone either way. If they throw the flag, I like the call. If they don't, I like the call. So first and 10 now, Versailles with 4:18 left. In control of this one. Braden Morrison with the carry. And actually, sorry, that's Bryson Reynolds, the junior, who gets the carry. He has 2 yards. Going to bring up second down and 8. Folks, after tonight's ball game, it's your post-game show. Brought to you by Above and Beyond Roofing. We'll talk with head coach of whichever team comes away with a victory. And we'll also talk with tonight's WH Media Group player of the game. And then we'll be back in the booth for tonight's post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. So Reynolds once again with the carry. DePay makes the stop. Third down and 6 coming up. And both teams just one timeout left. That's why Osage unable to stop the clock here. They got to hold on to that last timeout in case something changes here for them. So if this one stays the way it's looking, Indians going to fall to 2-5, and they get a tough matchup next week at Blair Oaks. Versailles looks to improve to 4-2, and they'll be at Eldon next week for our game of the week on Lake TV as Colby Williams. Sandwich there, he's got about 5, going to bring up fourth down and 1, maybe 2.
Boy, one interesting stat, the past 7 years, when Osage has played the Versailles Tigers, they've scored over 40 points in each one of those 7 games.
Yeah,
and now they're looking at 13.
Yeah, over the last 7 years, Osage holds a 7-0 margin of victory, and they're winning by an average of 49-8 just over the last 7 years. Oh, and on fourth and short, Osage jumps, and that's going to be a fresh set of downs. And if that is not a direct reflection of the Osage Indians season thus far. I don't know what would be. It's 1st and 10 Versailles, and they are well on their way to improving to 4-3 on the season. And Osage going to fall to 2-5, Dave. And Versailles an opportunity, if they can knock off the Mustangs next week, they could host a district playoff game.
That could be amazing. Something that Versailles has been waiting for a long time.
So Kobe Williams knows the situation, lets the play clock dwindle down and snaps it with 4. He's going to give it to Trotter. They got their lead guy in there to secure the football. He's got a couple yards, and Dave, Versailles came out and did exactly what they wanted to do tonight. Long time-consuming drives. Didn't really take too many shots. Your longest plays were on big runs by Kobe Williams. Osage did a nice job containing him in the passing game, but Williams, too much with those legs. He had a whale of a game tonight.
Yeah, and Osage got to find out what some of the other teams in the conference have had to deal with this Versailles offense.
So 2nd and 8 with 1:25 left in the game. Williams takes the snaps. He's going to give it again to Trotter, who's across the 45 in Osage territory at the 44.5-yard line. 3rd down and short now.
And it looks like Coach Johnson's not even going to bother with his final timeout with 1:05 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Williams, another carry. He's going to try to go inside the 30, stays in bounds at the 25, and you may see a face mask come in, and if not, it's going to be a hold, and it is going to be, looks like against Versailles, and that's going to negate a big-time rush by Kobe Williams. He was about to tack on another 25 yards to his already impressive total tonight.
We made a smart move at the end of that play. Granted, it's not counting, but he stayed in bounds.
So the Tigers going to improve to 4-3, and you would have told me that Versailles going into week 8 against the Eldon Mustangs would have an identical 4-3 record, and they could be the favorite going into that game next week. I mean, Eldon has their quarterback back. We don't know what they did tonight, but that's going to be a good one next week. We'll hit the air with the pregame show powered by Como Connect at 6:40. Williams now under pressure, stays on his feet. Are you kidding me? Look at Kobe Williams.
Directing traffic. No, don't go out of bounds.
It doesn't really matter at this point in time. I'd much rather him not take a hit in this situation than step out of bounds.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's 2-score game. You've got the game won already with the ball. You're not going to give it back to Osage. You don't want to see him burn the extra 10 seconds off the clock to take a pop. Versailles has their guy under center in Kobe Williams, and Versailles keeps this going. They could make a run here.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting hot right now. This is the best time of year to start playing your best football. And obviously, it's complete opposite for the Indians. Ooh.
So Bryson Reynolds with the carry, and that's going to be tonight's last play. So your final from School of the Osage, Versailles winners tonight, 29-13 over your hometown Osage Indians. This has been Lake TV's broadcast of Game of the Week. We'll be back with your post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing after this.
When it comes to your finances and taxes, Tax Pros and More is the choice for you. We offer year-round accounting and tax services. We have 4 convenient locations to serve you, whether you're a small business, mid-sized corporation, or an individual. We specialize in QuickBooks and payroll. We also offer a new business setup, and if you need it, IRS representation. We're veteran-owned and operated. Tax Pros and More. It's the choice for you.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Welcome to Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard. Order from a full menu including our tasty brick oven pizza. Shawnee Bluff Winery has an amazing assortment of local made wines by the glass or bottle, and live music to enjoy them by. We even have quaint lakeside rooms to easily turn your visit into a vacation. Just 7 scenic miles down Route 54, look for Missouri's largest wine bottle, marking the entrance to Shawnee Bluff Vineyard, where you can relax among the grapevines and enjoy the beautiful view. The vineyard offers a beautiful setting for our live concerts all summer long, from names like Clint Black, Charlie Daniels, 38 Special, and many more. When it comes to events, Shawnee Bluff Winery and Vineyard has you covered. Our event coordinator is there to help you every step of the way. The winery has options for small gatherings up to 30 indoors or groups under the tent with a 14-mile panoramic view of the lake. Our 50-acre vineyard is home to our 5,000-square-foot facility that can handle up to 300 guests and all the amenities you might need for your big day or event. So whether you're looking for some great wine and food or views and celebrations, the winery and vineyard at Shawnee Bluff has everything you need to make your getaway unforgettable.
Chances. The WH Media Group, Kobe Williams. Kobe, great game tonight, man.
Thank you.
All right, so we're starting to hear the murmurs across the Tri-County Conference. I heard numerous times coming into tonight's ball game, Kobe Williams, the most exciting player in the Tri-County Conference. How do you respond to that?
I mean, if they think that about me, that's great. I mean, I'll just be humble about it. I'll just do what I do best and then just play football.
All right, big win tonight. You guys back over 500, really in control the rest of the way as far as you control your own destiny. How long do you enjoy tonight's victory before you turn your attention to Eldon?
Enjoy it tonight and then wake up early in the morning for film and correct the mistakes that we made tonight.
You know, Eldon gets your Kobe Williams gets their quarterback back, Dawson Brandt. That should be a good matchup a week from tonight.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's athletic. He can run the ball well. He can make some good throws. It'll be fun to watch.
So back to tonight's game, over 150 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. How'd you decimate this Indian defense?
The line. It starts with the line. I mean, I can't do what I did without them, so it's all up to them, and they help me out.
Congratulations on the night's win, man. Go get them the rest of the way. That's tonight's player of the game, Kobe Williams. We'll be back after this.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
It's time for the Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. Back to William and Dave.
Back here on tonight's post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing, and we're getting used to this, Coach. 2 games having the Tigers, 2 times doing a post-game interview with you. Congrats on tonight's win.
Well, hopefully we get one next week then, too. So, no, it was a great win for our team. It's the first time we beat Osage since I've been here. I don't know how long, at least 8 years from the best I can figure. It's been a long time. They're a great program, and, they're transitioning a little bit, and we're on our upway. And I really didn't know how the game was going to go, so it was exciting to watch our kids come out and perform the way they did.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you guys didn't take many long shots. You had a couple of long runs, but you really controlled tonight's time of possession. How'd you do it?
And that's not what the game plan was. I thought we'd throw for a lot of yards because they were giving us a soft cover 4. But if you can run the ball and control it, and that's exactly how the Southern Boone game went for us. We can control the clock, kind of controlled everything, and that's how you can win a ball game. We'll take it. We'll do it anyway. If we have to throw for 400 yards, we will. If we have to run for 400 yards, we will. So I was proud of our guys. That's just how the game went. And the way they were playing offense, it's always going to be a short game just because it's run, run, run. And I've been involved in a lot of those, and not a lot of snaps, but that's okay. I like the way the game turned out. It doesn't matter.
You got a lot of fans around the Versailles area. None bigger than this guy right here. Kale, your son. Kale, what do you think of tonight's big W for the Tigers?
Good.
It was good. I'll tell you, did you think you guys were going to come in and get a W tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens? Tomorrow's dad got to get up early and get right back to it?
Uh-huh.
All right, that's Kale. Now back to you, Coach. I'll tell you what, Kobe Williams, he's been good all year. The blocking was phenomenal, and once you get him in open space, not many players in this conference can stop him.
Yeah, I saw he had 20 carries for 200 yards, and, right there at the end, I was going to take a knee, and I thought, you know what, we got a chance to bust one with him, and I've seen him on the track outrun some guys, and so I was like, well, let's just take a shot. Let's run it because they're going to be playing soft. He's going to have to split a couple defenders, but a lot of DBs don't like to make that tackle in space like that with him, full head of steam, and we almost got it done. It was a pretty flawless game. Our offensive line played a heck of a game. Obviously, the H-back, all those guys don't get a lot of touches, a lot of love, and I told you before the game, if we won, it's going to be because of our offense and defensive line, and we did, and my hats go off to those guys.
Back to over 500, 4-3. Couple of tough matchups the next couple of weeks. Coach, how long do you enjoy tonight's victory before you start thinking about the Eldon Mustangs?
About 4 hours. When we get back, we'll watch our game, and then we try to move on. And unfortunately, that's the way it goes. It just, for coaches, the wins don't last as long as or the losses, they don't last as long as the losses. But the problem for us is, we got to get to work because Eldon's not going to be waiting on us. They're going to go ahead. I don't know what their score was tonight, but they're going to be going full head of steam trying to come get a win at their place. So we got to get right back to work.
Coach, congratulations on the W. Go enjoy this one. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
That's Versailles head coach Brock Silvers along with his son Kale. We'll be back with tonight's post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
And we're back on tonight's post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing, and the numbers are officially in. Kobe Williams, 20 carries, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hence the shades, because that man is cool as the other side of the pillow. Dave, how can you stop him?
So you're equating your shades wearing to coolness.
Yeah.
How you stop him is you can't stop him. You can only contain this boy.
All right, Coach Devin Johnson.
But really, what you have to do with this Versailles team, you have to outscore them. I mean, plain and simple, you can't stop them completely. They're just going to be a really hard team to stop, and whoever's going against them, Eldon Mustangs, be prepared to start scoring some points. And we'll find out next week.
Yeah, we had a great battle tonight between the two quarterbacks, Dalton DePay for Osage, Kobe Williams for Versailles, and we're going to get another great quarterback battle next week. Dawson Brandt back for the Mustangs. Kobe Williams comes in. We talked about it, one of the best, if not the best athlete in this conference, and it wasn't just him. He said in that interview with him, he's a humble young man, and when I asked him, I said, people are talking about you as the most exciting player in the conference. Well, how do you respond to that? And he said, well, if they want to say that, that's fine. I'm going to continue to stay humble and do what I do. He's like, it's my line. I can't go out there and do that if my line isn't opening holes. And that's a really good sign from a junior who's in his second year as the starting quarterback and really starting to come into his own. You got to like what you saw from his line tonight, and also the defensive line for Versailles. These guys are scary good, Dave. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, and like we touched on earlier, that defensive line for Versailles is allowing Trotter free reign to just go and attack the ball carrier.
So
and we saw that tonight.
It was all Versailles. They were in control of this one, up 2 scores early. Osage cut into it. Versailles scored again. Osage cut into it. But at the end of the day, just too much Kobe Williams and too many sound tacklers for the Versailles defense. Dallas Waller had a game. Wyatt Espinosa had a game. Riley Radaman. Owsley inside. The names go on and on. Versailles, they had a game plan. Coach said he thought they might come in and throw for 400 yards tonight because of the soft coverage, but they kept it on the ground and they dinked and dunked their way to a 4-3 record. And next week, that sets the table for an exciting matchup against the Eldon Mustangs. Both teams coming to that one 4-3, and oh boy, a lot up for grabs in that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. I mean, that's really pivotal as far as conference standings go, and for each team. I think whoever wins next week is going to have a head start, obviously, for the rest of the season, which isn't that much longer.
No, tonight's week 7, only 2 regular season games left before we look ahead to district playoffs. And for Osage, you fall to 2-5, gets no easier next week. They travel to Wardsville to play the undefeated Blair Oak Falcons. And, you know, if you're Coach Devin Johnson with these Indians, you just want to go to work, hopefully play tough next week and set yourself up to have an opportunity to get a win last week of the season right here against Eldon. But that's not an easy task.
No, and like I've hit on a couple times tonight, you know, they need to find an identity on offense. They just don't seem to have a particular game plan that they execute. They're just kind of here, they're kind of there. So maybe once they get that cleaned up, maybe they can, you know, progress as a team a little bit more.
Yeah, and you saw coming into this game, DePay only had about 350 yards passing, and we're not sure what the deal is because when Osage was down, with the clock dwindling down 2 scores, they were keeping it on the ground. And Dave, that leaves me to believe that Coach Devin Johnson isn't quite comfortable with whether his receivers can hold on or something's there, though, and that would lead me to believe that they're going to keep it on the ground.
Well, he's going from a 3-year starting quarterback to a first-year starting quarterback, so there's a little bit of adjustment not only for the player but for the coaches as well.
So, Dave, tonight's final from Osage, it's Versailles 29, Osage 13. This has been Lake TV's Game of the Week. On behalf of the entire crew from Lake TV Sports, this is Dave Glendenning.
William Holtz, right here, folks.
Until next time, good night and God bless.
This Lake TV Sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Eris Pizza, Ozark Homes, Above and Beyond Roofing, H&R Block, Pamela Johnson in Versailles, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Barge and Dock, Crown Power and Equipment, Tax Pros and more, Big Surf Water Park, Shawnee Bluff Vineyard and Winery, Paint Doctors, Vera Cruz, the WH Media Group, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.